in today's video, I want to share with you what I believe is the best theme for audience retention, for getting high views, and it's something deep and meaningful which I actually haven't seen many YouTubers using, or if they are using it, it is becoming a dying art, and you can really take your YouTube journey, any video actually, just skyrocket it with this tactic, if you will. But I like to think of it more as a heartfelt strategy. So if you'll indulge me in this video, you'll learn how to create a video in only one take, and you'll learn how to captivate your audience, pull them towards you, and then actually you'll never have to ever edit a video again. Let's dive into this one subject, which is going to require me to share a story with you, and then hopefully as I go through it, you will say, that's the thing. Hopefully before I reveal it at the end of the video. So let's dive in. Please comment as we go, share your insights as well, because I think you'll find this quite profound. Now I want to take you back to, where are we? 2001. So 2001, so that's, where are we now? 23 years ago, when I was just about to join the police as a police officer here in Norfolk. And I went on an assessment centre, and part of that assessment centre, we had to deliver a talk and presentation on ourselves. Now in the brief it said presentation. So naturally there was a bunch of us, I think it's about half a dozen on this 2-day assessment, and we were being assessed by different other detectives, constables, sergeants, inspectors on the program, but you never knew who your individual assessor was. So it could be anybody or everybody. And that was a bit of a challenge. So we went through all these different assessments, but one of them was we had to share a story about ourselves and our life and where we came from. And I was there with flip charts and photographs and little diagrams, because they ultimately said to me, Stephen, we want a presentation. And we all did pretty much the same. Again, the flip charts, the diagrams, etc. And we delivered this talk. And you know what? I thought mine was really, really good. I was like, I nailed it. And at the end of the presentation, the inspector, who was one of the assessors, and she later, when I left the police, she was actually a chief superintendent, and I'll never ever forget what she said to me. And it was almost like I was being trolled in the comments on a YouTube video, but I actually learned something really, really valuable for this video and every other piece of content that I've ever made. And it was this: Stephen, it's a poor show if you can't stand up at the front of a room for 5 or 10 minutes and talk about yourself without any other assistance. And that was like, boom, that really, really held close to my heart. And I did try to explain, and then when you're in that moment, you're in panic, it's like fight or flight, and it's like, oh my God, it's like, you know, I failed. What she was trying to get across was they just wanted us to stand at the front of a room and see how we hold ourselves, how we present, how we can hold the room. Because we'll need that in a situation on the street, or maybe in a domestic violence situation, or if there's something you've been called to and you know you need to think on your feet and you need to present yourself, you need to hold yourself and share who you are and present your character and create a connection with your audience, whether it be a burglar, a man with a gun, husband and wife fighting, it could be anything. And we did explain that in the brief later on over dinner, where we explained how it said in the brief presentation, and our interpretation of presentation was flip charts, PowerPoint, pictures and all that stuff. So they did take on board the fact that we were asked to do a presentation, and our adaptation, or sorry, our understanding of a presentation was just to create a presentation to deliver. So they took that on board as well, but it's never left me the fact that I was told, if you can't talk about yourself without any props, without any prompting, without any, I suppose, support aids like a presentation, then it's a bit of a poor show, isn't it? Let me know what you think in the comments while I just take some tea before I dive into the next part, because I am going to do this in one take. Because if you can talk about yourself, if you can share a story from the past, and you can tell the narrative, and you can put that into something that you are doing on YouTube, whether it's be teaching people how to create a video, a yoga class, coaching, how to drive a car, swing a golf club, any of those things. Well-being, mindfulness. If you can use a story to create a sense of feeling, and the type of story that I'm sharing with you today is to invoke a feeling, because I'm sure someone watching this today has been through the process of, oh yeah, I was brought down once when I was trying to do my best, and it wasn't intentional, it's just there was a difference of opinion and interpretation. And I'm sure we've all experienced something like that. We tried to do our best and we've kind of been torn down, but there is a story that we can share from it. Now, before I share with you what this topic and theme is, because I know you're hanging on to my every word right now, I want to share with you why I brought this to you today. I've just been watching a film with my family. I am a sucker for Christmas, and I appreciate it's only October, but we're watching a Christmas movie called 8-Bit Christmas. Let me know in the comments if you've heard of it. Or actually, do you know what? Let me know in the comments your favourite Christmas movie that you just cannot go without every Christmas. And it was about the story of a dad and a son. A dad and his son. We'll keep my errors in. We're going to do this in one take. It's about a father and son. There we go. That's what I was getting to. And the son was telling the story about how he grew up, and he's telling it to his daughter. And at the end, actually, I'm going to spoiler alert. At the end, they're having dinner together, and when we get to the part of where's granddad or dad, he's passed away. And at that moment, just as the realization in the film, my wife turns to me and just said, "Are you okay?" Because my dad's not with me anymore, and he is my best friend. And I lost it, literally, just trying to hold it back. My daughter's on the sofa next to me, and I'm trying to hold it back. I'm like, no. And I'm holding these tears back, and in the end, they just roll down my face. And my daughter, who's 11, Ruby, she sat on the sofa, and I've got her feet, rubbing her feet, and she starts to cry. And I'm like, oh. Well, if you put nostalgia into your storytelling, you will create an emotional connection. You will connect with your audience. 8-Bit Movie did with me. I've shared the nostalgic story of me joining the police and when I was torn down by that inspector. And I'm wearing this top today because it creates nostalgia, or a nostalgic memory for me at least. Me and my daughter Ruby, we love going to watch Man United. Men or ladies, doesn't matter. She's really got into women's football and she feels it's inspiring. Now, when I was a kid, my dad, George, got me a top just like, it was like a red silky satin jacket. And we weren't very well off, so it wasn't a Man United one, but it's meant to represent Man United. So when this came up, I had to get it. And I wear this every time I go to the football with my daughter now. When you tell a story from the heart and you use memories to invoke emotion and create that nostalgic moment within your story, it doesn't matter if you make some errors like I have in this, or if you fluff it up, you can do it in one take. You start at the beginning with, this is what you're going to get. You then ask a question of those people. And I ask you, have you ever heard any YouTubers using nostalgia well? Are there any that you love who are doing storytelling well? Let me know in the comments. I would love to learn more from them. Then tell that story. And then teach something. My teaching point to you today is try some nostalgia. Write some points down of things that you could tell a story around, how they relate to what you do and how you do it. And then tell that story. And then ask people to like, subscribe, comment, do all the fun stuff. And then if you want to go that bit further, you can tell them what video to watch next. Still carrying on the tone of your nostalgic theme and vibe, because it will feel a little bit different depending on the story you're going to tell. So if you check out this video here, you'll see what everyone is raving about on my YouTube channel right now, and it's all about the angels. Take care. Enjoy nostalgia. Big Daddy out.